Now we're on part 2.
My name's Daniel Ruff. I'm Allentown, PA. A lot of people out there might know who I am. Last time you see me, I did a film called The Test Run for Constitution Drive. Having a little fun with it, a little practice run, try to see where everything's at down there. But I had mentioned that I'm going to be doing a real documentary on Constitution Drive, a serious one. And we set out for our first run yesterday. Those who aren't familiar with Constitution Drive, there's so many stories. Ghost stories about a man walking 2 dogs, fell down the track, lost his legs and bled to death or something. Another one, probably one of the most famous for down here, the albinos. They say cannibal albinos that run down here. This is one of the biggest stories for down here that ran for pretty much like the last 4 decades. This goes back several generations. Also, stories of how these albinos play their flutes from the mountains, and we're gonna get you. I'm just trying to give you a brief summary. Also, a supposed asylum that is back in these woods somewhere where these crazies were let out, and you know, there's stories that follow behind there. Other kidnappers, like a guy the kids refer to as Egghead, and Red Eyes. Red Eyes is I don't know if I believe too much, supposed to be a man that stood there 2 stories tall. I think that's a little exaggerated, but you never know. So my idea is to go in there and investigate each and every single one of these. Another one saying that there's diamonds hidden back there, and that's why people are protecting the area. But I had this idea of possibly a government conspiracy going on back there. And I'm probably the first one to throw that legend into it, but I don't know, I just have this weird itch of a feeling since the sale of Allentown water and everything that's been going on. Anyway, yesterday we set out for our first trip. I was going to touch it, what I figured would be the easiest story to crack is where is 813 Constitution Drive. It's a listed address. That's supposed to be in existence, that isn't in existence. That's when you first enter the road and right before the GPS goes off. I wanted to prove that the address existed and try to figure out where the house is. Is this true that this address should exist? That's what the first story is. I figured it was going to be easy to do this, but it turned out, as this is the one you're about to watch, about 813 Constitution Drive. I'll be coming out with a video right after this, showing you the rest of the trip. We went all the way through Constitution Drive, came all the way back, ran into some issues. This is the second time we made the turnaround and came back and had issues. But right now we're going to try to keep this because there's so many stories down there, I don't want to confuse it. I'd rather go in it one at a time, and right now we're going to go into 813 Constitution Drive.
Somebody watching. I see a people. Somebody's watching me. I feel it over my shoulder.
There's somebody coming.
All I see is Roman soldiers, gins and the demons are chasing me. To think you call life is just a race to me, another face to me. As I hit the next level, face to face against the goddamn devil. Purgatory and the stories you've heard, don't ignore me. Wolfpack, that's my word, and there really is another side to me. I can't run, can't hide from me, and I leave footprints everywhere I be. When I dream, I hear footsteps in my sleep. I'm going crazy. I hear all of these voices like an argument with oddball choices. Things I should do, the other says don't. Things I would do and the things that I won't, but they'll all die. The angels find me, no angels would lie to me. But who died? What could this be? As far as the overseeing I can see. God grant me the serenity. You gotta trust, you gotta trust, you gotta trust, I cannot change. Somebody's watching. Yeah, yeah.
those who seen the little video I put out the other night, the Constitution Drive test run. It was having a little fun with the story, but now we're gonna go in and we're gonna discuss clip 1. I'm gonna show you some of the areas down there, Constitution Drive, and some of the things that are related to some of the stories. I said that we were gonna go after each story that I knew of, and that brings me to 2 of them. The first one I call 813 Constitution Drive, and it's interesting because it is an actual address, and there's no house, and it is on Constitution Drive. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take in my GPS right here and go to
address. Enter city. A.
Downtown. Yeah.
Enter street name.
There we go.
C. O. N. S. Select street. Enter street number.
I said
813.
Okay, now we are going to find.
Approaching left turn on East Wyoming Street, followed by a right turn.
Okay. We're here. Constitution Drive is right here. I'm only a block away from entering the actual spot.
I need more work with the stupid camera because of my dumbass. Let's see.
Okay. We're gonna go through.
This is Allen. This is Allentown Park.
Gonna have a little fun right now. 813.
No outlet.
There is no house. See? It says no outlet. Here's the no outlet sign.
Hold on. Each side going down.
Destination on the right, then 0.5 miles. Constitution
A fifth of a mile away. So none of these houses are in. This is the 1000 block going into the 900 block. And when you get into the 800 block, right, this is the 900 block right here. There's only these couple of houses right here. But now we're gonna get ready to go in, and we are officially entered. Now, another story with the car that was on fire was related to the quote albinos. The car was on fire right in this location, and nobody knows whose car it was. It was just the car that was there. Found the car fire. Car was unable to be described, and nobody has any sign of anybody doing it. One person witnessed it, a kid that was going down fishing. And then here's the fort. Alright. Says patrolled area. Patrolled by who? Allentown Police hasn't been down here since 1999. And that was for the car fire. But was looking for 813. There's no houses. You'll find one house way down there more, but this is interesting. Talked about a family house that was burned down at one point in time or something like that I heard about. So when I try to do research on this, and it looks different than the last time we were here.
Very.
For some reason. Alright, we got a car coming up.
Can't
Keep the camera rolling.
Okay.
People do drive on the road now and then.
But here's the foundation right here. Something. Keep going.
Saying I'm coming up on the house now.
You have arrived. 813 Constitution Drive.
Alright. Here we are, 813 Constitution Drive. It can't be over on this side. Because as you can see, it's nothing but a cliff going down. And over here, you have all stone structure right there. Now the question is, was there at one time a house above this? If you can look up into these areas. Can you please calm down a minute, please? Is there a house up there? Just a question. Can't see any signs of one.
I think there is someone up there. I see footprints.
Keep that camera straight. .813 Constitution Drive. You're looking at it. This is right before the GPS completely goes off when you drive down the road. You can
That
cut
looks like
down.
right in on them.
You should probably move forward.
Hold on. Come here, look at this. Just, you gotta look at this through here.
Something's moving.
This part right here was absolutely crazy. There were two things about this part that blew my mind. Why? First off, last time I filmed a documentary, I had a buddy of mine who posted on my Facebook. His name is Chris, and he was mad at me because of the whole pterodactyl thing. But he had made a post up there saying that I thought you had found some kind of ancient, ruins or something.
Or
And it's so
aliens.
ironic because what we start to find at this particular point in time is possible evidence of these ruins existing. And it starts off with an underground type situation, and it turns into actual on top of the ground ruins, which I was attempting to get at. But the other thing with the flutes of the albinos. When I'd heard these sounds multiple times every time I come down here. But at this particular scene, Diane is filming up, and she's capturing, she sees something like a steps or whatever it was that was going on. I get out the car. You don't see me on the video, but I get out the car. You hear my kids later tell me, get in the car. I come around to see it. But for the first time, I listened to those sounds. They were so loud you could not hear them. The flutes were like amazingly loud, but the problem was, it's like if you close your eyes and go into someone's house and they're blazing the stereo, you can probably walk your way to find yourself to the stereo. It is exactly how this feeling felt. Those flutes were very loud, and they were coming from in front of me. If I'm facing this way, okay, the trains were behind me, and there were no trains running. There was no trains, and the sounds would have came from behind me. The sounds were coming from in front of me, and they were so loud. And through this clip, you hear these sounds as we get closer to the railroad.
But you just don't hear them once throughout the film.
You hear it like consistently.
You hear it consistently.
It's almost like they're a call or a warning or something along. But you'll see more of what I'm saying. Check this out.
Stuff like that.
Hold on. Dan. There's something
You hear
there.
that?
It can go.
Dan, there's something there. Move.
Get in the car.
That shit's hidden.
Coming from up there.
And I'm recording this right now. It's hidden.
It's coming from up there. When I first heard the flutes, the first time, I really thought it was like train brakes breaking at the station. But now, after seeing this, I know they're here.
Somebody's watching. I see somebody's watching me. I feel it over my shoulder. Look back, all I see is Roman soldiers, jinns and the demons that chasing me. The things you call life is just a race to me, another phase to me. Never hit the next level.